What's the biggest promise your parents ever broke? I was 16 when my little sister Emma was diagnosed with leukemia. Our parents sat us down and said we'd fight this together as a family. They promised Emma they'd never miss a treatment and would always be by her side. For the first month, they kept that promise. But slowly, things changed. Dad started showing up late to appointments, and Mom suddenly had work emergencies on chemo days. Before long, I was the one sitting beside Emma while the treatment dripped into her arm. I'd hold her hand and tell her Mom and Dad were on their way, even when they rarely were. By the third month, I understood medical terms, and sleeping in hospital chairs became normal. Mom said she was working overtime to cover medical bills, even though insurance handled most of it. One night, Emma's fever spiked dangerously high. I called my parents again and again, but they didn't answer until the next morning. When Emma lost her hair, I learned how to wrap headscarves for her. When she cried at night, scared she might die, I was the one who stayed and comforted her. My senior year faded into hospital corridors, while my parents posted photos from concerts and weekend trips online, calling them mental health breaks. The breaking point came during Emma's bone marrow transplant. They promised to take shifts, but Mom suddenly had a migraine and Dad had a client dinner. I stayed in the hospital all 14 days myself. When Emma finally rang the remission bell, my parents showed up in new outfits with a photographer, posting online about our family's strength and never giving up. That night, Emma quietly told me, "They're acting like they were here, but you were." As soon as Emma recovered, I moved out. 6 months later, I filed for legal guardianship. In court, the judge noted that I signed every medical form, while my parents couldn't even name her medications. I got full custody of Emma at 19. 3 years later, Dad was diagnosed with lymphoma. They called me and said, family has to be there for each other. I went to the hospital, but when the nurse called Dad's name, I stood up and simply said, "I hope someone shows up for you." Then I walked out and never looked back.